chapter. I think I call it the best part because it is the best part. That's even better. What's up, OG?
I told you. Down low. Low. Oh, he got hurt himself? Yeah.
You should have done it like right here.
Yeah, it's got steeper ledges. No. You gotta hit the thing. Okay, right there. Owen.
Yep, it has been a bit. So what's up, everybody? I don't know how many we got up in the house, or I don't know if half's gonna make it. I don't know if he's gonna fly in eventually. He helped me shuffle some of this stuff around here, right? What's up, Driz? I think I recognize from the Discords. Yeah, it's been. I thought I'd done one in July, but definitely have not. It's been. I had to go back and look, and I was like, "Whoa!" It has been since June. It's been a busy, busy damn July, I guess, with all the things. So, what's up, Sarsaparilla? Nice to have some of the Discord folks, along with Stone's gonna do us a little riddle of some sort with his pitter patter. I'm sure he can figure one out, right? He's not too stone cold to us, right? Um, so I just had kind of a few things. I had that NSPanel Pro thing I've been on. I've been out of town for the past week, and I figured I'd check that one out and everything. And what else we have? Oh, and I did want to cover the whole MQTT thing because it's always just a good subject to cover because like even like it's not even doing Tasmota or just showing some of the different things of MQTT of like especially with Tasmota though is how like the power of what you can do with it and some of the reasonings why that I use MQTT a lot. So, what's up, Claire? So much fun more than drilling for data. That's depends on the drilling, right? So, so a couple changes is, and I don't know how well it's going to work, is because previously when I was trying to do some stuff on the table, and yeah, my table's not really set up. It's more set up for doing videos, not live streams. So I'm trying a couple different things. I've got a different video source, and just to see so I've got this video source that I have over here at the table. I'm sure if you've seen some of that in some of the videos. So I'll try to shuffle some of that. And then I do have some stuff at the table. Yes, that is out of focus. And then I have the other audio, which the wireless mic, because it's always a pain to go back and forth and move my mic back and forth. So we'll try to see that. Hef isn't here to help me shuffle some of this stuff, but I'll give it a shot and see what I can do on things. So the mic's not gonna sound probably as good because just one of those that's that little lapel mic, as you can see here. Hey, what's up? Appreciate it, cool guy. It's so I got that little lapel mic so at the table. I don't have to shuffle this mic back and forth, but what hopefully it won't echo too bad, or I'll just cut the thing off and on. So so let's jump over and check out the NS panel stuff. Of course, you got to see what's inside of it compared to what the previous one. Yeah, well, watch. Let me change. So this is changing over to the other lapel mic. It probably doesn't have as much bass to it, probably, because it's just a smaller microphone. Yeah, dude, I thought you were flying over, man. So I can see I got some decent levels on it. So we'll roll with that and see how that one sounds. Does this one sound decent? Oh, you're losing the highs. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, it's a totally different microphone compared to like a Blue Yeti versus a little lapel funky mic, but it sounds a lot better than when I'm over there. So let's jump over there. I have a button for that, so we'll do that. So let me zoom this guy up. I'm totally out of my element on this one. And can I see the chat from here? That's my only thing. I wish I need something there so I can see the chat. That would be freaking awesome. Hef needs to work on that, right? So I did pair this up just because pairing on freaking live stream is boring as hell. And I threw some Zigbee sensors. And y'all can pick on me if I wear my old man glasses. Hitting the mid 40s are fun, right? So it looks like they wanted to do like before. I probably, do I still have that? I have no idea where it's at. It's somewhere. The other NSPanel. This is the NSPanel Pro, and I guess the zoom. We'll focus in. So this one is dual voltage. So you've got the 100 to 240 volts, and you got 50 and 60 hertz. And you'll notice there is a Zigbee module inside. So that's why I threw in the Zigbee sensors. And I'm guessing they probably don't have, they won't work like with like Philips Hue or something like that. So. So I'm not going to be able to see the chat again. If my levels are too high, I'm going to try to check on. I can see some of it peaking a little bit, but we'll see. If it starts clipping, somebody can send me a message or something, I'm sure. Look, there goes my damn. So I broke this thing open before, and let's see. Because it's way different inside. So this is just the power supply. I'm guessing there's not a whole lot of changes to it. Probably it would be funny if they had the relays. I can pop this thing open. They didn't design for this to happen, right? Well, I'll get another spudger. I have a second spudger somewhere. Y'all can all talk about me over there. Yeah, I'm not going to pull it all the way down. Because there's not a whole lot to this. the bulk of everything was in here, and I will zoom in on this board once I get into it. There's just 4 Phillips screwdrivers. Well, it's 4 Phillips. No, it's 2 Phillips. 2 Phillips screws, and that's it. It probably... We don't want to break it just yet, right? But I've already pulled this open. I posted it earlier in the Discord and stuff. All right. I'm gonna get some blue tack. If I can find my blue tack. Let's grab a new piece. Owen loves to play with the blue tack anytime he's in here. I'll blame it on him. Well, let's zoom in. So this is the Zigbee module, and that's that MG21. That's that EFR, that same chipset that they moved to on that Zigbee dongle E. So they've got the module here. I did pull the sticker off of here, and I'll pull the photo up. And this is looks like the Wi-Fi, because of course you do see the, let's see. Let's zoom out a little bit. You do see the little Wi-Fi antenna there. And it's not ESP based. I did not pull this, unsolder this, well, come back out, camera. I did not pull this RF shield off of here. I'm assuming that's something with the display driver. And then up here, it looked like they had flash memory. So there was I did notice there is a speaker. An interesting part was there's a USB port that says, looks like it says OTG on, I'm guessing that's on, is that on the go or whatever? I think it's from like Android type stuff. And then there's a temperature and humidity, I'm assuming. I don't know if doesn't look like there's anything connected to it though. So I don't know if they've made some changes based on availability of things, but that's not even exposed. You can see that's nowhere to the case. On the go, there you go. Just, isn't there like a 7-Eleven that's like that? So let's power this puppy up. And I really, I don't see them doing a whole lot of, I mean, that's a whole different chip. I know we looked at the chip on Discord. It was in the Patreon area that I posted this a little early. And they looked at the chip, and it looks like it's not ESP based. So I really don't think for the DIY crowd that we're going to be able to do a whole lot with this. So it's like I was answering Mike earlier in Discord before the stream started, was newer isn't always better. Now I got somebody calling me. Don't you know I'm streaming? I'm gonna put my phone there, and I'm gonna forget it. And all right, let's fire this puppy up. We will use blue to drive y'all crazy and white for white. And no, this is not on. I don't know if you've seen one of these. The prices of these things went nuts in the past couple years, but they're good little test things. You can build your own. They were like around $30, but then I don't know, the whole COVID thing they decided to crank up the prices to like, oh, I want to say last month I saw like $80, which is absolutely insanity for that. Not worth it. Get yourself a extension cord with a switch on it or something and put some Wago 221s or something like that. All right, so blue LN. So that's it. There's just 2 wires on it. And I know someone asked, hey, does it come with the little, because the pictures show it coming with a little base. I'm guessing that's an accessory because I didn't get jack. There's nothing in the box except a manual and a piece of foam. So this is not really going to fit. I guess if you could do some modifications in the home. So let's see if I can get this the right way for everyone to see without a glare. All right. It does have like a little sound. It must have some sort of speaker because it has a little sound to it when it boots up. Let's see what we have. Yeah, and I did notice that when you first fired up and asked for your Wi-Fi information, it looks like the keyboard looked exactly like Android. So maybe, just maybe, so you could hear something there. Just maybe there's some sort of, we could root it somehow, but I have no idea what version of, let's see if we can get a decent zoom on this thing. So it asks, like, it shows your Wi-Fi, and you hit the scan, and then to pair it with the EWI link, I'll just call it EWI link, you just scan the little QR code once it's on your Wi-Fi. And it had some like pick area or region, and it was like I tried searching for United States, it wasn't there, and I guess it was trying to do time zone. So since I'm in Central, I just picked Chicago, and it finally pulled up something. And that was about as far as I got. So, and the time zone is wrong. It is not 9:48 here, maybe where you're at. But, so what else we got going on? It's Nest 2.0. Yeah. There's not, so I don't have, that one thing I don't have is I don't have a bunch of eWeLink apps. So I think this is probably the other panel, maybe showing. I guess because you could control, like if you had a bunch of your eWeLink stuff, that you could control all that there. No scenes yet. I don't know. Okay, so the scene must be set on the app. I guess that's about it you can do on the device. Let's swipe up. Nope. Can you click on the weather? Nope. Can we click on the time? Nope. Can we long press? Nope. What's this do? Oh, okay. So I guess it's like a security. So you could say sleep mode. I don't know what it said real quick. I don't know if y'all saw that. Away mode. What the hell is it saying? It's so fast. Failed something. Probably is mad at me. I don't have any devices. So let me try to, let's put a door contact sensor. The little Sonoff door sensor. We'll see what this does. I guess we'll need the phone. Yeah, exactly. Where is... Oh, I need to move it over a little bit. Can we just drag the whole window? Hey, look at that. The magic of technology. Yeah, there's no physical buttons on this thing at all. All right, we'll get back to the other mic. So I'm sure I probably sound different. And I'm probably going to forget switch over there to change the mic button. If I left them both on, I'm sure it would echo like crazy. Let's see. I need to pull up. Yeah, this is the little base they're talking about. This little thing, I guess, to put on the end table or something. That's what the Android panel was called. Well, let's see what the app does. All right. Somehow I noticed my phone also, for some reason, this is just a phone that I throw a couple apps on. It also defaulted back to Celsius for some reason. Maybe it's trying to tell us something. I always love this works with everything. No, it doesn't. Yes, it actually is. But how do you switch? All right. Let's see if we can add Zigbee stuff. I have, that's my wife took it. Here it is. One of the little pins. I need a new chair that doesn't creak. All right. I'm guessing it'll pair up. Exactly, William. I'm trying to remember if this thing blinks or not, or I know the battery is good. I checked it earlier with the voltmeter. I have not. There it goes. I saw a red light blink for a second. Might have an too dead of a battery for some reason. Or is it being loose? Let's try this sensor. Oh, did it do anything? Oh, one device found. Okay. Next. Would it pull up? Is it gonna work? Window door sensor. Cool. Okay. Does it show closed and then opened? Yep. Okay. I'm willing to put the work in to switch to yeah. I remember that was in the 80s in school. And they were like, "Oh, by the time you graduate high school or go to college, that the US is going to be switched over to metric and everything's going to be metric worldwide." And I was like, "Oh, cool, you know." Well, that didn't happen. So, I don't see a whole lot you can do with this thing. I mean, add a scene. I guess the problem the problem is, and I hope a lot of you have this problem, is I don't have any eWeLink devices. Don't like Sonoff Basics or whatever, or I don't have anything to put in there. Can you even change? Assign location, security mode, home mode. Yeah, I've heard that from in the Canadian world. It's that y'all use both, which is can be confusing as well. So I I don't see a whole lot you can do it. Like, what's the device? Configure device. What do you do with this? Nothing. And then hit edit, maybe. Um, I'm I'm gonna have to give this a thumbs down, to be honest with you. Um, the the older one was probably better. I get the thing behind this. It absolutely is. I I get the use case of it, but for the majority of it, it's not for us. It's just it's more designed for someone that is using the eWeLink app. So if you're just buying all Sonoff devices, I got a Zigbee hue sensor and a third reality motion sensor. I'm going to try to pair those up with. I bet you they won't. So I bet you they won't pair up. I'm going to do that right quick. Let's hit add. We'll hit add device. So I have this little third reality sensor. Let's try to pair this guy up. I'm, oh, it says found. I could be wrong. Okay, so it does see a motion sensor. Um, that's interesting. Does it even motion? It says no motion detected, but yet there's all kind of, I see it blinking the light every once in a while. So I'm sure they want you to use their Zigbee sensors, which their current lineup. I haven't seen those newer ones. I'm guessing probably because that chip shortage of the CC2652 that they claim is there. I haven't seen the newer sensors. The older sensors were kind of garbage. So I'm gonna have to go with Kevin on this one. Is a comment a few a few things up that it's for the most part for us it's gonna be garbage unless we can get Android rooted on there and load your own operating system. That would be the only thing that we could do. Um, so because in its current state is designed for you buy this, that's your like your hub, so you don't run Home Assistant, um, and that's your Zigbee gateway, and it has your touch panel. You can change all the things and do your scenes, and it's also like your home security. So I kind of get the use case of it, but for us, it's just not there. Yeah, it it is Android. I don't know how to get back into it to show, but as soon as it booted up and it pulled up and it showed. Let me see if I can see if I can do this. Yeah, no motion. This motion the motion sensor is working, but it's not. Um, yeah, it's probably better off, like Scott's saying, is to use your own use your own Android tablet instead of something like this. This is kind of small. It may, especially if you're trying to load up any type of cameras on it. I would probably do something like 7 inches or something like that. That way you can do four or something or more cameras type thing. Actually see them without needing glasses like me. So yeah. Unless I say it rooting maybe. Tons of life, 7 inch. Oh, I couldn't let that one go, right? Um, yeah, it maybe there would have to be like probably some sort of hardware attack to it. Probably if they have some sort of pins opened, maybe you can get ADB on it or something like that to do like like a serial command port to it. Let me see the picture of the. I'll pull it up here in a second. I have a photo I can zoom in on and see. I didn't pull the whole thing out because I didn't want to separate the whole screen from it. Um, yeah, same thing, Mike. It's just I totally agree with you. It's like too much work for. I see there's a boot button on here. I'm not sure what that exposed pad. Maybe just a ground or something. Um, Now I know you're probably going. This is RxTX and grant. This probably for this Zigbee module. I'm assuming since it's up here, the Zigbee reset and stuff like that. Um, these are the pins for the power that goes to the power supply. Maybe potentially something with the USB port, but I have to agree with you. It's like, how far do you go down that rabbit hole unless you're just, you know, freaking bored or something like that. Here's let me flip back here. This is the under that yellow sticker. And so I know we Googled that and found that's the FN link. I think they're really screwing with you on the names now. The FN link. Yeah, that's actually a real name. Go Google it. So sure will. We all believe you. So kind of a wrap on that for me. I, I that's yeah. Oh, it's actually a it's actually a thing. Let's see. FN link. Oh, it's a Wi-Fi Bluetooth module called FN link. Yep. What was it again? 6223A sardine, right? The one y'all came up with? 622 yeah, 3ASRD or something like that. I forgot what it was. 6223A SRD. There it is. Y'all search for it, right? Look, there's even the user manual for it. Innovation for surfing. Yeah, Wi-Fi single band, Bluetooth. I want to say it was an ARM. I know Codis. He was looking up the. What was it? What did he say? Where does he have it at? I know he looked up stuff on it. Realtek. He said it looked like Realtek. RTL 8723D is what it looked like, and it's probably the LCD driver as well. So yeah, COSID, yeah. So yeah, so we look at the same thing. So kind of, unless there's some sort of hardware hack with it, I'm gonna give it a thumbs down because for the mass majority, I probably wouldn't even. I probably would like, hey, would I put it in? Because like I don't go put in like I won't go to my mom's house or some other friends and like, hey, you should run Home Assistant, because then I gotta support the crap. Would I suggest this to even to them? Probably not. Um, I would probably, if they're not gonna get deep into something where I don't have to support something, is I wouldn't even go here with it. That's just not. I don't understand this one. But if it had maybe if they could open up the firmware where we could drive the screen from Home Assistant, send some RTSP stuff to it through cameras or whatever, have it kind of local. With all this isn't going to happen. So I should probably just save my breath. Then I could see it doing really well. But until then, nope. So So that's it for that one. Um, yeah, I can definitely see that. William is that Echo the fourth gen, I think it is. I, I call it the Echo Balls, and with the Z. And actually have one, the fourth gen, where you can do Zigbee stuff straight up to it, and then they can do Zigbee sensors and do just a few different automations and stuff. That's pretty good solution there. I don't know if I'd want to go down the whole smart things stuff with people. So, yeah, Echo Balls. See, if you search for Echo Balls, look, and it comes up. See, Echo Balls, right there. Is this the one with the 4 gen? I know it has to have the usually we'll say like Zigbee or something in there. That's the dot. Echo. Yeah, with smart home. Here's the one right here with smart home hub. Um, yeah. So, yep. You can see it says I own that device. So they were a little cheaper than that. But I guess maybe I think I got that on one of those Prime Day things. Yeah. So I don't know if y'all knew. A lot of y'all knew, look. That did go down. Look, Prime Day was $60. So that one has a lot of times when if you notice like third reality button, the thing I did today in today's video is a lot of times they'll talk about, hey, it works with smart things, habitat, home, even home assistant on there. That's pretty cool that they put that on there as well. um, they'll also have in there, it works with like the Echo or something like that. So okay, Rasby. Actually, it's one of the thing I'm gonna go over some of that stuff in with MQTT, um, just because it is somewhat difficult. Like it won't just because it's confusing. So and talking about that, I'll pull that up. I'll show you that Mo's remote thing. So what other things? I don't think I had anything else hardware wise to show. The only I haven't messed with them yet. The new the new little, I don't know, I would call it ESP32 competitor, the little Raspberry, is the Pico. Let's see if we can get zoom right there on my shiny forehead. I haven't messed with them yet, so I ordered a couple of those, but other projects got in the way, of course. So yeah, the Pico W, I think it was. I don't know if you. I'm sure that you've seen them a bunch around. I think they're supposed to do something with ESP Home with them, and that's I went ahead and picked up a few. So I figured that, hey, they'll be freaking sold out, so might as well get me a few of them while I can. So, what? Oh, since I've been hearing a lot of people talking about it, is the, let's see, the Bluetooth stuff or Home Assistant. I did play with it a little bit. I don't know if anybody else has messed with it yet. I started messing with it, trying to get the driver to work and unraid using the container, but then ran into some other issues. So I just said screw it for the time being. Now I'm talking with someone else to see if we can get some changes, get a plug-in done for the Bluetooth side, and try to get that working with just using the Docker container because you can't really modify the OS a lot on Unraid because it just resets itself as it reboots. Um, so I did get a BLE dongle. Which one was it? This one. Let's see. It was wow, that's bright. I picked up one of these, and they're fairly cheap. US, you can look. This one's even 30% off, so it's like $18, and then 30% off of that. And it's just a little. I would definitely get one with the antenna on it, because BLE is gonna be like super. Just I mean, it's Bluetooth low energy, so definitely need a decent set of ears on it. So instead of going through the stupid docs, is it's pretty much, and this is a little test VM I have. Wow, it's finding all kind of stuff. And all I did is when I went in, let me find my other screen. Is on my VM. I went in and my XML view. And I just hit the little check mark on the Bluetooth radio to pass that into the virtual machine. Um, like I say, I had some issues running the container, but we'll see. So once it did start up, just hit configure. You want to set up Bluetooth. Success. Yeah, I saw that on the Facebook stuff as well for doing the to Bluetooth to the container. That I still want to do it. So I'm working. There's a guy on that did all those. He did the drivers for the what is it? The Coral, Coral. Did the Coral and did some GPU stuff. He does a lot of plugins and stuff on Unraid. I'm trying to see if he can help with some of that. So look, it is picking up some of my sensors. Um, I don't see any of the Xiaomi stuff, or I'm probably screwing that name up. But this one is the Inkbird. Yeah, we keep it quiet. No, no, it's actually look in any video. I know you probably don't look through all the description. It's like the last stuff before I put the chapters. Um, I think it's just you'll see because like I have the link for Discord and Facebook and Instagram. Even I don't use Instagram a whole lot, but it's all down there in any of the videos. Probably in this one as well. So let's see. It is picking up that this is that Inkbird. I know we were talking about that today. This is that Groovy. I have all these in Blairy already. And must be the SwitchBot sensor. This is asking me SwitchBot temp. I don't think there's a password to it. No. Okay. Does this work too? This is that Shelly Plus. Do you want to set up? I don't know. Is it going to work? Not to pop it open and get it to work. Yeah, I looked through some of that, Raspy. All right, let's look through some of the devices. Is it should be under Bluetooth? Oh, that's weird. It comes up. Wow, if you got a bunch of freaking Bluetooth devices, all gonna pop up. It picks them up. And look at that. The Goovy one, you get some really good precision. 73.4922 degrees Fahrenheit. And this, yeah, this is that. It's in my freezer. Um, you're probably saying, what the hell is in the freezer for? If you look, Ink Bird freezer. Yeah, it's this one here. And they do work with Blairy. That's a white window. You, yeah, I'm not seeing it picking up ATC. Someone else was saying it doesn't do ATC yet, and I'm not going changing on my sensors. And the ATC, that's that ATC PVVX, I think it is. Let's try GitHub. ATC PVV. Is it PVVX? Or just PVVX? Somebody send me a link. There it is. Is this the new one? Yeah, right. This one right here. This one. So this was the one that I have on all of mine, and I have the little Xiaomi. Look, I got one right here. I had the little Xiaomi sensor. You can see it on the camera there. I got several of them around. I did go through and turn the power down pretty far because what I have is, if you didn't see that Blairy video, but it's the ESP32 with Tasmota and a little script that runs on there, and it listens for those Bluetooth packets. Well, the cool part about it is you got to think about it. In Home Assistant has that one USB, but and not here, but some people may have that's their server for running Home Assistant, like in a server rack, or they may have it in a server rack, and then even in the basement. Well, then their Bluetooth is clear across the house, and it's just probably not going to work reliable. So the cool thing about that is with the ESP32s with Blairy, you can go put like 4, 5, 10, whatever it may be, like SwitchBot bulbs, SwitchBot plugs, or just bare ESP32 chips. Like something like, just a little Node MCU that if you don't even need to put them in a case and plug them through USB. And these can actually pick up Bluetooth as well. And I know you can do some of that with ESP Home. I just found it somewhat easier on the Tasmota side because what's cool about it is it's auto discovery and MQTT. It's decoupled from Home Assistant, so you're not kind of stuck on their upgrades. And then you could do, like I said, like if you want to do a bunch of different plugs and light switches and bulbs that pick up Bluetooth, they can pick up multiple at one time. And so it just kind of all dumps in. So you kind of got redundancy. So I don't know, but he's always open. Tony, I don't know if Tony's here today. He's always open to the Blairy stuff, and I want to redo a deal on this is because he's made the setup like stupid simple and I don't should show the thing. He's made this stuff stupid simple to do the automated setup. All you got to do is paste this one command inside Tasmota, and it downloads all the stuff and puts Blairy on your device. And then there's some commands it adds. These set device, get device, delete device, and it'll automatically dump into MQTT and Home Assistant. So for instance, that let's see if I can find it, is MQTT devices. Let's drag over here. So like I've got, here's that Blairy freezer Inkbird. and you can see has the temperature and the RSSI and the battery and the whole nine. And it comes in through MQTT, but you don't have to configure none of that manually. As soon as you add it into Blairy, it automatically will post all this stuff into MQTT, and Home Assistant will pick it up. So it's pretty cool the way that that happens. And let's see, where is, yeah. So we are looking at this earlier. This is the one I have in my freezer, and these are the part for doing the defrost cycle. And this is in Fahrenheit, by the way. So yeah, and I saw Netboy sent me a message. Yeah, it does automatically. So the other cool part about it is once you put in the device, like whether it be like a Goovy sensor or whatever, I don't have it sitting in here anymore. It'll automatically download. Most of the time, it will download the driver from GitHub and put it into Tasmota for you. So he's open to doing. And it is hard to develop for a device he doesn't have, but I know he has done some stuff, Tony, of doing some pull requests and stuff like that. He's got like device suggestions, he's got feature requests, etc. Go check out his project. It's pretty awesome. That you can just put it on multiple ESPs. I do get the Home Assistant side that it's really simple. You plug in the USB and then boom, for the most part, it's going to pull up and you're there. But there are some drawbacks to that. Looking at the Discord stuff, I see I'm gonna say he even has it phonetically on there. I guess it's G. Is it Guillaume? I want to say G, but can I just call you G? Makes it so much easier. He's saying, "Look at you rocking that beard." He hasn't watched some recent videos apparently. Let's pick on him. So, um, so is it G or G? I just want to say G. It's just easier. What's up, G? See, we got what's up, G. What's up, OG? See, I can handle the simple. Let's see. So that's kind of my thing on the. Now I know they do. Do they probably support more stuff? Built-in Goovy, Inkbird. What is Moat? There's Xiaomi. See, I don't have the Xiaomi stuff. What is sensor push? Oh, another smart sensor. Humidity. Okay. I was gonna jump all the way back to the beginning. What else they have? Goovy, got that. Inkbird, we got that. Don't know what Moat. What is Moat? Oh, smart temperature and humidity sensor. Okay. Is Inkbird the grill? Let me go back to the stuff on Yes, Steve. They do have some grill stuff. Let's just do this. Inkbird. I want to see what do they support on Xiaomi? I know that Xiaomi has some blinds and stuff or something. What they do on Inkbird? Yeah, the grill, the grill thermometer, but also check out Tony. Tony supports. Let's see. Does he have the supported device list in here? Yeah, right here. So his supports the Xiaomi ATC or PVVX firmware, the Goovy stuff. There's also a Goovy 2 probe meat thermometer, Goovy single probe. There's a Goovy 4 probe. Inkbird. Okay, that's the thermometer. The freezer one is meant to go in the freezer. SwitchBot stuff, SwitchBot motion, SwitchBot temperature, and so he's got a lot of different stuff on there. Oh, it looks. He's doing switchbot curtain, switchbot remote, an LED controller, and a play bulb candle. But I don't know if work has gotten in the way. So, um, that's a good question. I, for the most part, I'm gonna say that, and then we talk about that. I know someone's been asking about this one. Is what I showed today. You can't really see the blinking color. It's telling me that there's tamper. That's that Shelly Motion 2. Is I don't really think that you really can't compete at this time with the speed and the amount that it can sleep on Zigbee Z Wave, and then don't forget the 433 megahertz sensors. I know that's something that's not secure, but those are just meant for sleeping, and they really work great in speed of sensors. So I'm gonna say that just because the polling of Bluetooth, it may sometimes be quick, and then sometimes it may not be as quick. For the most part, I would say on the Z Wave, I don't use Z Waves. Don't hate on me there. Is Zigbee is for the most, that's going to be pretty quick on stuff for door sensors and motion sensors. I'm more like, say, what would I use for like battery power motion sensors? I'm gonna stick to probably my Zigbee stuff, along with door sensors, Zigbee, and but temperature and humidity sensors. Like I say, there's not a lot that's have been great on the Zigbee side, but I mean you can get these for like, I don't know, like $5 or something like that. I mean, and they come with a freaking battery, and it has a display on it for temperature and humidity. It's kind of like, hey, that's roll with those. So, and that's not really like time sensitive stuff. I mean, it's like, hey, temperature, humidity, how quickly does that change? Not very quick, so it doesn't need to be like time sensitive, like a motion or a window or a door sensor or something like that. So that's just my take on things. I'm going to use the protocol that's meant to be there for that. Now, where that's going to change is with the Wi-Fi 6 stuff. There's that new feature. It's like called TWT. I forgot what it is. Um, but it basically is going to allow Wi-Fi 6. You'll need Wi-Fi 6 2.4 gigahertz, and you'll need a Wi-Fi 6 like ESP that will be coming out, that they're going to be able to sleep. And the cool thing about it is they'll be able to wake up, connect, boom, and send that message super fast. So there's going to be a competitor like with Zigbee and Z-Wave, but on the Wi-Fi side. What's up, Jim? We can just start over for you, right? Trying to think of while I was drinking, trying to figure out, like some good hip joke pun to be there. So I couldn't come up with any though. How you? I'm sure you're doing. Sounds like you're doing better. Um, so back to, I guess, any questions on the whole um, Blairy stuff? RTL 433. Yeah, you can use that, or don't forget the Sonoff RF bridge, and there's a bunch of other RF bridges as well. What is that project? Open something MQTT gateway or something like that. Yeah. That one's pretty cool. Played with that one on the RF bridge stuff, but they have a bunch of different hardware that setup can do. Yeah, so if the RF that you're using will pick up on the RF Sonoff RF gateway, then that's probably a decent little choice as well. So, but that one does a whole that's a whole ordeal for the MQTT gateway stuff. So back to Raspberry stuff. I wanted to talk about. I can't. I have to scroll back, but was asking about MQTT on Node Red. I'll show you a good example of one, and this is going to be super zoomed in. Let's see. So let me set this with the stage here. What this is this is that Moe's. It's a Tuya rebrand. Is this one here? Yeah, look, I purchased it two times. Where's the other one at? Do I really have two of them? It's like an AliExpress thing. Okay. So it's just this four button remote, and the wife has stolen it. I had it for stuff in here, but she wanted it. She's like, "Hey, how can I turn the fans off on the back patio and change the lights and do this?" And I was like, "I got a remote. You can do that." And she said, "Well, how does it work?" I said, "Well, it's just wireless. You can walk around the house with it." So it's Zigbee. So I have it coming here, and the thing is, it has too many options. Now I did lay them all out here, but they have a ton of different options for because it's 4 button. You get 3 actions, so you get to 12. Math is hard. I know we've talked about the battery on that thing. It's a stupid coin cell. What is it? 12-volt battery. I did check mine, and it is the original battery I've had in it since I bought it. We'll go with the last one on March. So I've had it in there for since 5 months. It still says 100%, but we know that's a lie. So I'll say that's probably the only bad thing about it is that battery. I wish they would have. I would be fine like if there can't be a whole lot of stuff in there. Why don't they put 2 AAAs? That's the one thing I like about Third Reality stuff. Even though they're larger, they use some AAAs. It makes it simple. So I laid it all out here, and one thing I did was I just had it call a bunch of stuff. And one of the things I wanted to do is I have this message here where she double presses number 1. It will announce on all the Google speakers in the house because she normally has this remote outside, and it'll tell Owen. It just says like, I forgot what it says. That says, "Yo, OG, your mother requests your presence outside now," or something like that. And let's just say she loves it already. And we talked about this in Discord because I was like, "Yeah, she asked for it." I was like, so I went ahead and did it. And she that's what they look like, a stupid little stack of coin sales in one thing. And so then I have it announced on all the speakers, but then the problem was you can't hear it outside. And so what I did is I have a bulb that we rarely use that's on a floodlight right there. So then I just have it turn on for 1.5 seconds. So the way I did that was I could have done a call service and everything, but I just stuck with MQTT to do this. So we'll use this as a good example. So I'll jump into Tasmo Backup. And I'll find this one, that patio bowl flood wall. Okay. So here we are. It's a little BR30 bowl that's out there. And so you're probably asking, what's the command? Well, the command, there's just one relay per se on here. And the command is if you do, power 1, right? And you say power 1, 1. And that's going to turn on, same thing as you turning on that, the light. And you can also do power 1 off or on, or it doesn't matter, whatever. Now, the other thing is how do you control it over MQTT? Now, some people have changed their topics or whatever. So the easiest way, if you look on here, you see it says telemetry, stat, and everything. Well, the proper way to do this one, the only way, is if you send a MQTT command. So the one for is publish. That's the command in Tasmota, is just a publish. So we have to do command. Now it is case sensitive. So you got bulb flood wall. And then what command do you want? And it could be any command. It could be pretty much any command you type on the console. You could tell it to, hey, I want to change the Wi-Fi. I want to change the MQTT host. I want to change some set option, because you can even turn a rule on and off, through MQTT. It's really powerful because you can control anything with a Tasmota device using MQTT. And that MQTT publish could be not just from another Tasmota device. It could be like from Node-RED, Home Assistant, whatever can send out MQTT messages. I mean, you could just, if you had a shell script, you could do that as well. So publish command / then your topic, and I just copied and pasted it, and then power, and then the payload is, I usually use 1, and that's 0 or 1 for on or off, and we'll do it off, and you'll see it should turn. You'll see we basically all it did right now is we said publish, so it sent an MQTT message out to the broker, and that broker turned around and goes, hey, here you need this message, and so then it turned itself off. So you can see here in MQTT is I'm just setting in Node-RED after it announces to Owen to come outside. I'm setting a payload of on, and then I drop that over into this topic, which is the exact same one you just saw, was that command bowl patio flood wall / power 1. Now you can just use power as long as you only have one relay, but so I'm just in that habit to always say power 1. It's not a bad habit to get into, and because you'll screw up one day and you're like, well, why doesn't power work? Well, you have power 1 and power 2, so it just ignores power. And I know a lot of people will try to, on the topic, because it's kind of confusing, they'll want to put the payload, that power 1 on or something like that. And they'll get some error message or it won't work or whatever, because that's incorrect. The topic don't get confused with the topic. The topic is like an address in MQTT. It's kind of like, think of it as like an IP address, and then you have to send the message, which is on or off. And so that's what the message, I'm changing the payload of, I just called it off. You can put the name, whatever you want. And I just set the payload to off. And so what happens here, the line comes across, it goes to on, it changes the payload to on, drops it into MQTT. At the same time, it branches to this 1.5 second delay, and then it switches the payload to off, and then drops that into MQTT. And all pretty much simply all it does, it turns the bulb on for 1.5, turns it off. Technically, I guess I should change this to a toggle. It would make it easier, and because in case we had it on, we would want to just turn on and off. So I'll change this to a toggle. And actually, I don't need to change the payload because it should take the payload and just pass it on, I'm pretty sure. So, and that way it does a toggle and then it waits a second and a half and does another toggle. So, does that maybe answer some of your stuff, Rasby? Crickets. So the cool thing about, and I'll wait for you to catch up. The cool part about being able to do everything in MQTT is then I know some people have asked, well, hey, I want to change all my MQTT host. I want to change it to a DNS record, an IP address, or something like that. Well, remember we talked about you could do command. Let's see, that bulb. I'm too long. Patio, flood, wall. And we could put any command there. Well, any command is just any command out of here, out of the command list. So say you want MQTT, I know this one, MQTT host. So if you want to change the MQTT host on everything at one time, don't change the topic because everything's got its unique topic. You could use this very command right here and you could change the host, the user, and the password. You could push that over. I would try it on one device first, and then you could actually send it over to the group topic as well, which I'll get to in a second. And you can also, an easy way, you can change all of your Wi-Fi stuff. And they do have 2 Wi-Fi slots. So if you change your Wi-Fi password and you want to change all your Tasmota devices, that's probably the easiest one you're going to have to change all your SSIDs and passwords is with Tasmota. It's all those other little stupid devices you're going to go around and go change all the stuff. So it's pretty, I would just set your second SSID and then you can pull out the other. I would, just in case, is set Wi-Fi config 2. And that if it has an issue connecting to Wi-Fi, it'll go into access point mode. So in case you screw something up. So to change everything, there's a group topic, and where you can get the group topic, if you look under information, is you'll notice there's an MQTT group topic, and they should all be listed as, unless you have some really older ones that may say Sonoffs, but they're Tasmotas. We can already see that's the same exact stuff we were sending stuff to. You could actually come in here, copy this command Tasmotas, because I hate typing, you just love copy and paste. And you could do backlog. I'm sorry, you could do publish Tasmotas, and you could actually do restart -1, and I'm not gonna do it now, but I've got like 90 something Tasmota devices, and they're all gonna listen for that Tasmotas. They would all restart right now on the network and republish things and go. So DigiBlur's getting old and can't remember. I'm reading stuff on Discord. So, but as always, don't try if you're changing like Wi-Fi, MQTT, stuff like that, don't try it on some devices in the wall, and don't try it on something where you're pressed for time. Like I said before, and Nail's just gonna say just do it, is do like a little Node MCU, Wemos D1 Mini. I'm sure I have another one sitting here. Yeah, Wemos or something like that. throw Tasmota on it, because if you screw something up, there's no soldering. You just plug in the USB and call it a day and fix whatever you screwed up, and then fine tune your commands that go to all Tasmotas on this device first. And then, learn on this device. And that way, if you screw something up, it's just one. So I do actually have in Node-RED I've showed this in one of my videos. Is you can set a topic. You can set 4 group topics. I'm gonna show, look in here. If you say group topic, you'll notice that this one, and I'll zoom in, is group topic 1 is Tasmotas. There's nothing in 2, 3, or 4. Well, what I did was I just set group topic 2 for, like, I picked a bunch of different random devices that were simple. And I called them alphas. And that way, if I'm doing an upgrade and I come in here and I just hit the button, and it will send to command alphas upgrade. I don't know if you can see that. And it sends a payload of 1. And so, like 10 devices, they'll automatically upgrade the latest version of Tasmota. I'll let that run for a few days or whatever. And then I'll connect this line here, and I'll go ahead and send it to all the devices and let them upgrade. So, and this is also some of the stuff that I do. I push NTP. Is if you want to take away, I try to leave one takeaway from my live somewhere. Yes, you can mass upgrade, Neil, and it's pretty awesome. I did a whole video with this crap load of table of stuff. I'll send the link somewhere. Someone will, or something. If you one takeaway, you do, and let me pull this up. NTP server. There's 3 set options. Well, 3 options. There's 3 slots. And anytime it says like this X, I know I zoomed in. I'm trying to be mindful of the mobile users. Is if you do you have 4, there's 3 slots for NTP servers. By default, it pulls, I want to say it's like pool something.ntp server, and those are all going to be out on the internet. Well, the problem is some people like to block some of the stuff from Tasmota. Hey, that's your deal. It's fine, whatever. I don't. But if the internet does go down, which is going to happen, my ISP sucks. I know I have more issues with them, but probably due to their name, which is their short name, but their full name is Cox Communications. But they love to go down on me. I guess I shouldn't jinx it during this live stream. But set your own NTP server that's local. A lot of routers will have them. So, like, I know the edge routers do. If you're an Unraid user, NTP server is already running on your NTP on your Unraid box. If you run a separate Pi hole, like say just a regular Pi, you can Google you can find how to install an NTP server straight on like on Linux, any Linux box, like Raspbian and stuff like that. And make your own. I think they even have some add-ons for for Home Assistant if you really want to. Make your own local NTP server and set the first one to there, because when you say, why am I going through this whole ordeal? Is Tasmota gets funky and crazy. Well, sometimes it'll get slow and start delaying. If it can't set up, and that's just Arduino. If it can't set the time, it gets screwy. So set your own local NTP server and call it a day. It's like, I know there's been some people that, hey, everything worked great, and then the internet went down, and then all my light switches started being, having 10, 20-second delays. Well, that's due to that NTP server. So set your own deal. You can go Google the hell out of how to make your own NTP servers. I have it set to a couple, I think. Yeah. Yeah. See, I've got a couple of them, and I have it also set to a DNS record. I know Nell was just talking about that. Is if you, I bet you, I don't know if this one's set. Yeah. So this one, if you'll notice in my configuration, is I actually come in the host and I just have a local DNS record. And I set that inside Pi-hole itself, or you can set, there's all kind of things where you can set your own DNS records, like AdGuard and some routers. Set your own. I set a record in there. The reason why I do that is that if I want to change MQTT, and probably some people laugh, is I just change the DNS record and really go turn the breaker off to the entire house. It reboots all of the Tasmota devices remotely, right? They connect to the Wi-Fi again. They're going to re-pull a new DNS record, which will pull the new IP for MQTT, and they switch over to the new MQTT server without me doing and touching all of them. So, how do you test if your time server is working? I'm sure NTP server test Windows. I'm on Windows here, so let's see. How can I query an NTP server under Windows? How do you ping? Okay, computer. I don't want to download any software. They got to be able to do it, right? There's ways I'm sure, like Wireshark shows NPs generated by this. Just ask Windows to sync. Would it be this right here? Yeah, right here. This, whatever this is, right? Time. Let's try this. Simon says, let's check the time. Right? Yeah, that works. Pull some off Stack Exchange, right? So I'll change it to mine. Let's see. MQTT. Yep. So it pulls. And I'm going to change it over to another one just to see if, let's try to get from this bulb, 10163. It should fail. Yeah. So that's the easy way right there. So it's probably easier if you want to come on, we can do something with Linux. No, I've ran this one before, Jim. That W32 time thing, I've ran that deal before, so I did recognize that command. Yeah, I'm sure you could do. Oh, I'm sure there is a Linux test. Look at that. Someone's already Googled it. And y'all must have been Googling it. How to test NTP servers. How to verify difficulty level easy. Okay. That is a very good idea, Metric Gaming. I kind of do the same thing with DNS as I force some DNS. That's a really good idea for doing a firewall rule and taking your NTP and just setting it all to go to your own local NTP. That's pretty good. NTP stat is what it shows, right? NTPQ. So there is a whole deal of going through the thing. So, like NTPQ looks like. So. Yeah. So we had a whole deal of that. So what else we got? I know we're up to about an hour and a half. Any other questions or anything we got going on before we close out? Hopefully, I know I kind of like bored everybody by the whole MQTT thing, except right. But it's really awesome the way like I love all the stuff of MQTT because it's like anything that's like an app that's to MQTT, like Zigbee to MQTT. I mean, that's pretty. Um, I use some Amcrest to MQTT stuff. I think they even have some Hikvision stuff now to MQTT, and that allows me to be decoupled. And I know some people have asked, well, what do you mean by decoupled? It is just not relying on Home Assistant. And if I want to back out an upgrade of Home Assistant, I just back it out. I don't care about my Zigbee network because it's somewhere else. Glad you did the pro review. Yeah, that's there's the review right there, right? Yes, the Node 4, or I guess the palette is Z. Is it Zigbee? Yeah, the one I was using, look, I got an update right there, is Node Red Contrib Zigbee to MQTT. That's the one I'm using. I think we'll let you click on there. I think it usually will, but yeah, this one. I don't remember it being too bad to set up. I think you have to turn on a couple things. Yeah, you set the bridge up and they put the bridge, and it wasn't too bad to go through and set stuff up. So and I I know it's probably being a little OCD, but I prefer to use it when I can. That way I'm not like going from Zigbee to MQTT through Home Assistant, then back out through, it just seems like I would like to cut out some of those steps. And so if I can just jump and grab it out of Zigbee to MQTT without having to go through Home Assistant, I will. Now, the really great part where is just Home Assistant's a really good state machine. So it's like, that's where like, hey, what's the current state of something? I'll get that out of Home Assistant. So hey, what's up, Radio Nerd? Yeah, we're about to wrap up here. We're just taking some of the last questions and stuff. I don't have any giveaways didn't set up at this time. I was trying to get my what's the meaning of life? I love it. Let me go get OG. You'll be kind and rewind. See, look, you can show off. Look, my cool other video source that I spent setting up for y'all, making sure it was working and everything, and all the cool stuff, man. And the different audio. See, I took all the comments of, hey, the audio is bad and you're making those creaking noise, and see, I tried to make it better. I need my chat monitor up above. So Nintendo games. That is yeah, Hef didn't land. It could have landed out in the middle of the four-way stop if no one's running the stop sign. That is all that is. I think my son got it somewhere. Was just it's a little stand for this to go in, and that's all it did. Was just a little tray to put the little Mario in and close it up, and you can see it's actually got notches. So I just put it on. You can actually put it on top of there if you really want to. I think he got it from GameStop or something, but it's some of my silly stuff that I have. I don't know if you've seen some of the 7 segment display in the background. Oh, this one? And he's gonna pick on me again. I don't have it on a smart switch still. Get the blow in the bottom, and it's sad that we were making it worse by blowing acidic spit on a copper. So yeah, that's the actual. Eventually, I do have the footage of the actual build of that thing. I got sidetracked and forgot about it. Really, is that's from uh, let's see, it's the circuit. I don't know if I know he started doing some metal ones. Um, let's see, and no endorsement or anything. The time is off by an hour. Yeah, it is. I need to set the time zone on it. There's an ESP32 inside. Um, I don't know if it is. I can't remember. But it's this here. It's basically his time circuit kit. Um, and I'm a. It's a whole thing, and you got to put it all together and everything, and then it has the little segment displays, and it's pretty cool little thing. I'm a big nut for doing all the Back to the Future stuff. So um, I thought he started doing metal cases or something. I don't know where he has it. I got one of those next year that don't work. Yeah, it's pricey, but he had to go through and make custom these. If it's pulling up, maybe because I'm zoomed. Is it because I'm zoomed? Maybe so. I'm screwing the website up. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Probably due to my Zoom or something settings or some crap. But he had to go through and get these custom stuff. So I some of the prices and stuff. It actually uses I squared C to drive the display of things. So that was kind of my thing. I haven't had the time to go through. I wanted to do some other stuff with it and I'd be able to change things with it. So, but yeah, it's a little pricey. I know looks like he's changed the board now. Looks like he's got the ESP32 soldered on the board. Right, the one I have is an older model. It has the actual Node MCU. So, thank you, sir. Thank you, Kevin. What else? Get an electric DeLorean. No, but doesn't it run on banana peels and stuff now, right? And Neil ordered 5, right? That's if you're around Discord, you know Neil's joke. So worked on the. Oh, that's very cool, Snowman. I haven't had the time. So hey, Mr. Fusion. So I don't know what else we had. Yeah, so and that other thing is just the DeLorean little car. So I haven't hid the wire. You can see the wire runs down to my massive stuff, but and I wasn't able to mount the keypad on there below there because that it's sitting on that shelf. So yeah, there's wires everywhere. I don't know if you can change. Maybe you can put an alien. I'm not sure. So I was ask Snowman. Snowman's got Snowman listed on his thing. So and see, YouTube. Well, I can't speak negative about it. Is asking me now would be a good time to insert ads. Creators can earn more money inserting ads as there more viewers are watching. Give it a try. No, we're not going to give you an ad right before we leave. So I don't care about that's not, we don't, I'm sure it probably already sticks in some ads, right? So that's about it. I've got to finally go back to work after I just did a circuit setup ad, right? No, look, and I didn't even get paid, man. Um McDonald's. Neil, you watching those McDonald's videos? I would play it, but I don't want to get. I probably if I could do the audio. And Neil got me to watch a couple of them, and look, he's saying yes. We're gonna have to pull one. Send me one right before we go. They get millions of freaking views. Look, Jim knows too. Like, let's see, YouTube. I'm gonna pull up on the thing once I pull. I'm not gonna forget. Hopefully. Look, here it freaking is. Okay, well, I spatula. Hold up, zoom right. I gotta put this on mute. I want to know the legality because is how can you post this on YouTube and don't they like McDonald's probably doesn't appreciate that, but I guess it's good publicity, I guess, for them. 3.4 million views. Um let me hurry up and hit mute. Okay. So it oh damn it. How do you turn the theater thing on? That one. So you think it's stupid, right? But you're gonna go through, and there's the name right there. You're gonna go through, and you're probably after this live stream, you're gonna go watch some of this, and just think of Hef and his McDonald's. So but then I start to look at there's so many efficiencies that are not good. Like they have this stuff that you hit the thing and you put the, but then you're like, wait, why don't they have on some other stuff? There's some stuff seems manual. I don't get some of that. And then the one the Hef sent one time, the guy must have used 50 freaking blue gloves between the stuff. So, yeah, they definitely went weird, Caleb. So, yeah. So he says that one of the he owns like four. Oh, okay. So he orders four. I'm sure, like, there's like the freaking contract that's a mile long in the the franchise stuff, right? So yeah, so there's a few more whatever 40 views they'll get from us, right? Okay. So yeah, then you're gonna get hungry and want to you think half, okay? And then the whole rabbit hole goes into that McDonald's is not good for you at times. So um having one master internal NT which gives time, gives more consistency. Very true. Very true. Um As another project on my desk is a GPS chip on an ESP32 is to build your own NTP server. But I mean, really, how OCD you gonna be for that, right? So yeah, the ice cream machines. So very cool. So I think that's about it for this one. Oh, and I got one more thing to say, and Caleb's gonna agree with me. Is my queue sucks. It sucks bad. Okay, so but I'm working on getting rid of it because I got there's two door openers that is just driving me insane. So um that they go unavailable all the time. So I get it for some people, but it sucks that it's I don't know. I have a status light in my I see it more now. I have a status light in the living room that turns white when on either of the doors are down and there's two lights and I walk by and I'm like what's freaking wrong now? And I was like, "Oh, that's my cue down again." And it may only be down for a few minutes or something like that, but whatever. So mine's built in to the opener, so I really can't switch. But I'll have to kind of leave it in place. But I'm gonna be able to do it all local and stuff. It's been too hot to get an access to the deal. So yeah, and I did try out now the Amazon key thing from IQ. It does work for the most part. OG forgot to latch the gate, and then the dogs got out. So then Amazon was calling me. The dogs are running out. I'm pulling up the camera, and the dogs are running out, and they're chasing the Amazon person up into their van. And she's calling. Well, I guess their logistics is calling me. And I'm trying to get home to put the damn dogs back up, and then finally she's able to put the dogs back up. So it's pretty fun. I think we've used probably about 20 times they've used it. I do like it for the most part, except for one of them couldn't figure out how to close the door. And the door doesn't close when you put the packages right next to the freaking laser beam or infrared, whatever the hell beam, the little beam, the safety beam. If you put the packages and break the beam, the door won't close. And she's sitting there going, the door won't close. And I'm like, well, because you put the packages right there. So, yeah, that's a whole. So, worthy video promo for Amazon Key. I think I may have. Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. So, and go find it. So, yeah, there was the three. Well, we used to be. There's 3 doctors were running out and chasing her. But I do get it. You don't know what the dog's going to bite. So got a board en route for garage. So yeah. So if my queue is down, then the times that Amazon is whatever. So it's all right, everybody. We've been going for an hour and 40, and then we covered a cool thing. So long story short, don't buy. Don't buy. At this current state, I'll be at the current software state of closed ecosystem. Don't buy the NSPanel Pro. So that's my thing and sticking to it. Yeah, I don't sugarcoat anything. All right, Neil, go watch. Everybody, go watch some. After you watch the, I don't know which one I have queued up or whatever, but don't go think of Neil when you're watching your McDonald's videos. So, oh yeah, and the which one? The what are you guys saying? Post up. Love to see which one. Whatever. We'll talk in Discord. Yeah, I did Neo Nerds at the very beginning. It's not that great. Y'all just have to rewind.
You're gonna be the next YouTube star.
I already am.
Oh, you are? Mm-hmm. You got a YouTube channel?
Yeah. My husband does.
Oh, you're on it?
You put my mug on there and nothing, yeah.
Right? Pick it up, bro. Slumming it over. It's warmer today. You got a ticket?
Can you hold this?
What? That?
Yep.
What? Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Thank you for letting us go first.
No problem.
I Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Back to you, darling.
Why do they make suitcases?
How else did you put your clothes in bags?
Well, why do just people will not hold them
What do you mean?
and not drag them around.
Because it's easier.
I'm gonna do it the hard way.
Uh-oh. Parking citation. Fine amount, $30.
I'll take it. I don't care. What for?
Parking.
For what?
Parking meter expired.
But it's free on the weekends on the holiday, and yesterday and today.
You just threw something on the ground. I don't know. Everybody got tickets all
I
down
read
here.
the fucking website.
I'm gonna put my
Don't
bag.
fight it.
Hit that subscribe button a jillion times. Thank you.